evening, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Gray Man Prepping. I hope everybody's ready for this ride. It's going to be an interesting one. And here we go. So let me count down and say hi to everybody here first. Here we go. And all right, so first one in was Crew 1351, then Chef Tech, then Geeky Gardens, and then Prepared For, and Diana. And that's all that are making we got a lot more watching because the number up here in the corner here says a lot more numbers. So we have people just watching, and just watching is fine. And yes, I got the 5-minute countdown on there. That you got to be a subscriber to keep the trolls out. So, all righty. So it has been hot here. Here comes Mark. There he is. It has been hot here. I mean, hot.
I was wearing a hoodie this morning.
All right, in the mornings, usually, all right, when I go out in the morning and Danny goes out, Danny steps out, turns around, grabs his little hoodie shirt, goes out. Today, he went out there in a T-shirt, and he goes, man, it's hot out here already. The coolest I got any room in the house was the room over here that Chris uses for her office. I had the window open, had the fan in the window. It got down to, I think it got down to 69 in that room.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was still 73 in the master bedroom and 74 in the room where the boys were sleeping at. And it was like, what happened to the 49 degrees it said on the forecast for the low? And I checked it for outside, and outside said it was 65. Oh, yeah. It's like, dang. Apparently, hang on. Apparently, if you click the tab for the live in California, it doesn't show any ads when the stream starts. Yeah. What was going weird on my comment that I made about the weird ads tonight? So when it plays the ads, it says 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and it didn't show the third ad. But the number 2 ad was 4 minutes and 14 seconds. And I was watching the count because the first ad was only like 20 seconds.
I didn't get any ads until I hit refresh and got one ad for a credit card.
And so, first ad was like 20 seconds, and then I had the 4 minute and 14-second ad that ended about 6 seconds before the 5-minute countdown. So the ad started about 10 seconds in, so 30 seconds. So yeah, it's like third ad never showed up, and because I was just going to skip it, but yeah. Like it's 69, maybe in October again.
I could comment on that, but I won't.
Yeah, it's
it's 75 here right now, but
yeah, right here in my office. Oh, it's all right. It's gone up. All right, it's 8 o'clock here. All right, it should be cooling off. The temperature has gone up 1.5 degrees since I sat down here. And started the countdown. It's like, why is it going up so much? It's 8 o'clock. It should be cooling down. But yeah, it's one of those things. Not sure what's going on here. Let me get that out of the way over here. I'm getting some stuff ready, start up here, and drop that down. And let's go down to yeah. And thank you again for all those that have been sending in news links and stuff for to go over the weirdness going on around here. So no, the comment he was make was different. It was an R-rated comment.
Yeah, exactly. Had something to do with the actual number of the temperature you posted.
and Tammy Harder's in here. Hey, Tammy. And my house is a brick. It only gets hotter after sundown. Okay, before I jump in the news, so what I did last year, I put a couple of the oscillating sprinklers up on the roof, and had the one of the timers I had would do 3 time frames, and I had one sprinkler on one channel, whatever, I went on the other. So I could set how long they're going. And so I had them on separate so they would cover both sides of the roof and everything of the 80-foot mobile home here, modular home, whatever you want to call it. And a little bit out into the garden. And it worked pretty good. I got, again, the two hose line timer units set up there, and it has the 3 on it. I have it going again, and I got getting a little bit more of the roof covered, and plus all the water that went up last year turned to dark brown heat absorbing asphalt shingles to a light gray, because there's so much calcium and minerals and stuff in the water around here. And so during getting into the later of the summer last year, it wasn't getting as warm because the light gray reflects heat more than that dark brown does. The dark brown absorbs heat. So what I put up there got some different type sprinklers up there, so I was able to get closer to each edge without it going over on the car, because I really hate having to go out in the car and with a little vinegar and a scour sponge and get the white stuff off the windshield. But anyways, so I got it hooked up, and all the water hits on the north side of the house is collecting in my IBC totes, and I've got stuff set up. I just need another piece of hose. I got to go to Home Depot and get myself a nice 3/4 inch piece of hose to run up there to run the 2 sprinklers. I'm going to put them on one thing, but I'm going to run them off a pump I have, because I've been using that pump out on the lawn, and it runs 2 of the oscillators and a what it's called, when it goes shoot. But anyways, and it's pushing those to the max. And so I'm gonna put on, I've got 4 other oscillators I'll put on the roof so it's not blowing all over the place, and I can control a little bit. And so that water will be circulating around and around, and just the others will just be adding a little more water to the tanks to keep the tanks topped off, so that the pump can put water on there, because we're going to start getting charged an arm and a leg now by the state of Idaho, saying that all homes must have meters on them in the state of Idaho. That includes, even if you're off grid and you have a well, they want a meter on that well.
Why?
So
they can charge you for it?
So they can monitor it, because your water rights only allow you so many gallons per month.
Oh. Even on a
and then if you run over that, then the local irrigation ditch or the irrigation consortium, the wells and the irrigation ditches, will then issue a tax on behalf of the state for the overage, which from what I hear is not that it's not that much.
That's a well, really?
Even on a well, you only are given so many gallons per month on well water. Nevada's even worse. Nevada's worse. It costs you an arm and a leg and firstborn and lastborn to get a new well put in Nevada. Anyways, so I'm getting stuff set up there, because we're looking at possibly next spring getting new meters in the city, so they all work and get everything all set up so it can be, so they can report to the state the usage. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so let's let's hit the news here. Number two, I'm gonna fall on my chair laughing at, but number one, 3 new laws that in California that go into effect July 1st. What to know? Yeah, let me get it. Some of them I just shake my head at. They're utterly stupid. So all 3 laws affect schools. First, all schools from elementary to universities must have gender-neutral bathrooms, at least one on campus.
Oh, joy.
Oh, joy. Yeah. Next is high school and college and universities for their student ID must have the LGBTQ suicide hotline printed on it.
Why would they need that on a card? Huh?
So that the LGBTQ students, when they're feeling like, I made a mistake. I got it chopped off. I did this. Yeah, and they want, they suddenly now want to end it all. They have a hotline to call. Like there's not 5 other different teen and college suicide hotlines out there. Yeah. Also, and the third law is limiting cell phone use. Was it on all campuses? Hang on, I got to scroll down to make that identification cards. School district, county offices of education, charter schools have until July 1st to adopt a policy prohibiting or limiting students' cell phone use during class hours. Wow, when my kids were in high school, they were all told they had to get one to use in class. That backfired.
When I was in school, we got yelled at if we brought a calculator with us.
Yeah. Yeah, it says California is not alone. At least 38 states and the District of Columbia require school districts to ban or restrict students' cell phone use in schools. And of course, when on Mondays when Tammy's on, when she's at the school, at the high school, she can't park on the high school property. She's got to park across the street where the cell phone scrambler doesn't take out her signal.
Yep.
Now, some school districts on that have already faced the music where parent groups and stuff have pushed back, said, at first you require our kids to have them. Now you don't want them to have them. You can restrict their use in class, but you're not going to, putting a signal block or anything else like that. You're not going to do that because they got to call 911 because of a shooter. We're going to be suing the crap out of you. And so a lot of school districts are now stepping back from banning them to saying banning the use of them in class. So if they're out on lunch at lunchtime, they can use them, but they can't use them in class. Upside down. I hadn't seen that emoji before. Okay. All right. So let's get rid of that and get to the next news one. It's going to be hilarious. Justin Bieber lookalike tries to kidnap woman in the San Francisco East Bay.
Why?
I don't know, but I'm not even going to go into that. I just kept it up for the headline. To me, it's like, okay, is this the real Justin Bieber or a lookalike? We need, they arrested him. He got arrested, but yeah. All right.
Wow, it's supposed to be a nice evening here. It's starting to rain out of nowhere, and there's nothing on the radar. Awesome.
Well, we had that this morning. Grandkids were playing in it, and the temperature did not drop. It kept rising. I can't pronounce. I'm going to mispronounce it. So Carvalho resigns as LA school superintendent because somebody was thinking he's trying to pocket money by working with this organization that's developing stuff for schools. And, there's, conflict of interest. And he gave everything to the board, and they went ahead and put him on paid leave while they worked through it back in February or something. And finally says, screw you guys, I quit. Because, and everything, the left-leaning article there, I think it's a left-leaning article from it, was saying, yeah, he gave everything to him. He's been clear and open about it, but some people just think there's collusion going on because it's in their dreams.
Huh.
Yeah. U.S. Olympian arrested for allegedly vandalizing reflecting pool. It wasn't alleged. They caught him on video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he was vandalizing the new reflecting pool, and they arrested him.
And you had the one standing there with the sign saying, "Make algae great again."
Yeah. It's like, geez, guess who just got banned from all Olympic things from here on out? Oh, and guess who has federal charges pending against them for defacing a national monument? Okay. This one I dug into. I'm just going to, come on, get back to it. Dang it. Florida Walmart cashier accused of taking winning lottery ticket. It's on the camera. They caught her on. So the amount was like $7,000 something, which was above what Walmart can cash out. But she gave the guy the paper. Okay, here's the paperwork submitted to the state lottery board. Blah blah. You got to do this, and gave her a bunch of paperwork and stuff. Never gave her the lottery ticket back. As soon as the person turned to leave, she stuck it in her shirt pocket on camera. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I didn't notice it until after he was gone. He was right there when you stuck it in the pocket. Yeah, you're lying. So, all right. This one I didn't get a chance to look at. Let me take a quick look on it. The headline is Iowa Supreme Court rules and trafficking. Come on, quick. Rules and human trafficking case. And so this was so the Supreme Court upheld the lower court opinion dismissing human trafficking charge against a Polk County man. Kevin Lynn was charged with human trafficking after police said he negotiated with an undercover police officer to have sex with her, and what he thought was an underage daughter. Yeah. Human trafficking. Yeah, I can see why they dismissed that. Attempted sex with a minor. That one I bet stuck. Because he wasn't trying to traffic her. He was just, yeah. I'm not saying that he did what he did was right, but yeah, whoever charged him with the trafficking went overboard. They should have nailed him for everything else. Felony child endangerment, all those other ones that they can do on these ones. This whoever that DA was, they went overboard.
I think a wood chipper would have just sufficed.
Yeah, that's all you need for a pedo.
Yeah. Just keep it right outside in the parking lot, and
Yeah.
Guilty. Oh,
Oh,
okay,
this one. Yeah, this one here catching. This one here is catching a lot of people off guard totally. Hang on a second. I got to yell at the boys.
Hey, knock it off. Okay.
It suddenly went deathly quiet in there.
Imagine that.
7 Bay Area restaurants specializing in French, American, and Mediterranean cuisine will close this week. Okay, Vine Hospitality CEO Alistair Levine confirmed to the Chronicle Monday that the group will cease operation and all 7 restaurants, excuse me, all 7 restaurants it manages will close between Monday and Wednesday, resulting in roughly 300 employees being laid off and cancellation of contracts to suppliers. The closure included the popular Left Bank restaurants, and in it, yeah. So
why are they closing?
Because this is a management company that looks at the bottom line only and aren't there to make the restaurant succeed. And so when the restaurant was having troubles, they didn't try to look at any way to make those restaurants more profitable and stay, solvent. They just, we're closing them. And then they write everything off. They write a lot of crap off.
Yep.
So, yeah. So if there are restaurants in your area that suddenly close, it could be a property management company that is that's managing the businesses and stuff. And
watch for the auctions. You can get some good stainless steel hotel pans and that, and cheap. If they're in decent shape, some of them are garbage.
Yeah. The cutting tables, though, I would love to be able to find out when those are going up and make a trip to California, see if I could bid on one of those.
A cutting? You mean just a stainless steel table?
The stainless steels, makeup tables, and for processing chickens and.
Oh, it's just it's just a stainless steel table. That's all it is.
Yeah, but usually those are cheaper than buying one new.
Well,
you can't find them around here used.
Now you got to look up underneath them though when you get there before you bid on it, because some of them are absolutely disgusting. You don't want it anywhere near the house.
Right. This next one, and this, okay. A Trump administration plan would charge legal immigrants seeking citizens $570 more in application fees. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But what do they consider legal immigrants? Oh, they're legally here on one of these weird
501c, whatever. Yeah,
sanctuary things or whatever else. Yeah, if those have done everything right, filled out paperwork before they even came over, done everything from the beginning. No, but if they're one of these ones that have been gotten these special skipped ahead of the line, classifications, charge them up the yin yang. All right, Biden appointed U.S. District Court Judge Sparkle Snookian, blocked Trump administration voter screening database.
Yeah, you can't see our database. You're going to accidentally get their social security numbers. Oh, wait a minute.
Don't they government already has them?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to see that one overturned and see who's going to butt slap her down. All right, but that one, you're looking at it, just had all the things saying, this is going to be overturned like all the other left-wing judges that have been trying to block stuff. This one is a sad state of things in the communist state of California. Burglar steal tutoring, job training tech from East Bay Nonprofit Learning Center. Communities around the Bay Area have stepped up and donated stuff back, including Bay Alarm has offered to put a free alarm system on the building, and camera. Yeah, so there is some good things come out of the bad crap happening there in California. Let's see. A Californian cartoonist recorded guests in his bathroom during a party bash that he was throwing at his place.
Huh.
And he hid that camera so well. He had an extra cell phone and hid it and put some towels partially over it so it was aimed at the toilet, and somebody looked up and saw there's a camera aimed at me. Took the camera, confronted him, turned the camera over to police.
Nice.
Oh, that's one cartoonist that
he was just looking for new cartoon ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
New York. New York School Board Vice President arrested on child pornography charges. Now that's the one to have the
wood chipper.
The wood chipper. Or as a friend of mine that was worked at I'm not going to name the company, construction company, one of the larger ones in California, said, "Hey, we still have the Rex compactors. We can just toss them in the ditch and
there you go.
Won't be nothing left to see but a smear."
Hey, they still use tugboats in New York Harbor, so why don't they just use them for a tugboat bumper?
Yeah. All right. U.S. Arctic chairs suggest Greenland takeover for shrimp. Let me go in and look at that one here. See, takeover for shrimp. Oh, the sign they show. The first picture is it Red Lobster.
Yeah, they're out of business, but anyway.
Yeah. Thomas Dans, the chairman of the U.S. Arctic Research Commission, has proposed an unusual reason for the U.S. to take control of Greenland to take control of Greenland, to ensure an endless supply of shrimp for the American seafood chains like Red Lobster out of business or very down to just a couple of things left. In an interview with the New Yorker, Dans, appointed by President Donald Trump, argued that acquiring Greenland's seafood industry could cut out China as a middleman and bring back the popular all-you-can-eat shrimp promotion at Red Lobster. That's not what happened, dude.
Oh, I know more details on that because they were one of my customers, and my GM would tell me all the crap.
A investment company came in and bought Red Lobster and the properties they were on. Then they split them, and then Red Lobster's fees. I mean, they were told to buy these the overpriced shrimp from China. So they bought the shrimp cheap, sold it to Red Lobster, and made say, "Hey, you got to buy it from here now."
Yeah, because they made the rules of the all-you-can-eat shrimp thing, so they made them buy it. Period.
Yeah, and then they raised the price on what Red Lobster was paying for it, so they were losing money on it.
Yeah.
And once Red Lobster went out and they closed, they sold either sold or redid the properties for big profit. So somebody forgot to tell Mr. Thomas Dans what really happened with Red Lobster.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Oh, we covered that, about 9 months ago?
About a year ago now.
About a year ago, yeah. I didn't get a chance to go in to read this one, but just the title, I was going, yeah. Iowa joins lawsuit challenging California's Plastics Act. What is California's Plastics Act? Holy crap. Okay, so the states are Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Louisiana, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, West Virginia, and now Iowa are arguing that they can join 16 those states. Froze, arguing that that California's Plastic Act reaches beyond California borders. The act says that sellers can only access California's market if their production, packaging, and waste disposal procedures comply with the state's environmental mandate regarding the use of plastics. Iowa is joining 16 other states suing to stop enforcement of the California's Plastic Act, because even if a company is not selling stuff in California, they want that stuff to be managed by the California Act. Because the other stuff they are selling in California has to be managed by, so all their stuff has to be managed by it. And some of it is really stupid. So yeah, so far, so they got 17 states now, and it's going to probably be even more joining it.
Yeah. Tammy just put up a go, and she's like, she got a new phone, and I have those emojis, and she's like, look, there's even a guy who ate too many burritos. Good one,
oh, Tammy. Yeah. All right. Okay, where are we at? All right, so I'm not going to dive deep into this one. Kayla. Oh, Kayla's not here. That's right. Kayla's off has something going on tonight. That's why she's not in side chat. ER wait times at some Iowa hospitals are higher than the national average.
That's because they fired the nurses. Because we had to save money because they made so much money during the 2020, 21, and 22. Yeah, they raised their budget numbers up. Now they're not making the money anymore. So they're overcharging everybody and cutting back labor. I know because I talked to my wife about it.
Yeah. All right. This may tick some of you off. I'm kind of on the fence about it. It depends on the type, and I'll get into that in a second. But here's the headline. Trump administration announces $17.5 billion in loans for 10 large nuclear reactors. Personally, I'd like to see them invest in a bunch of those smaller ones that take the nuclear waste from the large ones and reuse that, and they don't produce as much electricity, but they have no radioactive material left over when they're done. I'd like to see them do that. But they're doing 10 loans to set up 10 new large nuclear reactors and hopefully stop the buying of farmland to put
solar farms
on and wind farms on. There was a news article I saw that I couldn't put in here, but basically they're talking about the big lie about these these solar panel farms and stuff, is that for everyone they put in, they have to match building a gas-fired power plant to work at night when there's no sun.
Huh.
Because the sun goes down and all that power it was generating. Oh, now we got to fire up a matching backup power gas powered power plant. Let's see the next one here. Okay, hang on. Hang on. This one's Okay, this is going to be mentioned twice. All right, one is the passing of it is. All right, so anyway, Congress passes the largest housing affordability bill in decades, and it was passed almost totally by both sides of the House and Senate.
Yeah. Well, how does that screw us? It probably does.
Yeah, it's spending our tax money.
Yeah.
All right. But there will be another one here. Yeah, there's another one coming up. That was on the 23rd. So today's the 25th. Yeah, there's another one that came out today about that, and I'll get to that in a second. It's kind of funny. So let me go get rid of that. This next one is kind of funny too. This is pig truck overturns on Interstate 80 in the Sierras. I'm gonna share this one. Pig truck.
All the pigs get away.
Some did. Now that was the main lead-in one. Pig truck overturns. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 others were put above their leader in showing it. So let me go and look at the this one here. There's the section of highway, and I know that section of highway. That's just outside of Truckee. So, yeah, that's what it's here, and is in Placer County, the northern Placer County or northeastern Placer County. Semi-hauling pigs overturns, and come on, where's the other photo? Because I showed the other photo to my grandkids here, and they were laughing. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can get this to show about too many ads there. Maybe I can get this to open image and let's see if that'll work. That'll work. So yeah, they were trying to wrangle pigs in. Block them in, but a lot of them got away. You know what that means, don't you?
Yeah, wild boars in the woods here in about 50 years are going to be all wild.
Oh, less than that. One breed, the next generation will be wild. So within a year and a half, when you're on the 4th or 5th generation, they're going to be total wild boar pigs, and they'll probably be met by the boars themselves out there breeding with them.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, the caption on that photo: some of the pigs that survived the crash. A number of animals died; others are missing. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to that. Contra Costa County nurses picket to protect care access amid looming budget cuts. So, because of budget cuts, the state, to make up its budget cuts in its freebie programs, it gives away freebie stuff to illegal aliens, is cutting medical money to the hospitals to pay for their special. We want to make sure our new illegal voters are taken care of. Yeah, that's all part of. Yeah, that was mentioned briefly in the story, but it was the only reason why it was mentioned briefly in the story because it was a big point, but they had to mention it because it was being a big point. They had to mention it briefly. Left wing idiot news. This one I didn't read, but Marshalltown amends rules for livestock and poultry on residential properties. I hope it's amending it to the good.
Yeah, they'll tell you that anything more than 2 chickens, you need to have a permit. And
Marshalltown, Iowa, city leaders voted 4-3 to amend the city's code, allowing livestock and poultry on residentially zoned properties of 5 acres or more. Come on, lower it down to 1 acre or more. Well, this is the first step. Next year, they'll get it down to 1 acre. Then they'll get it down to ½ acre.
Yeah, but then they'll say, yeah, you can keep chickens in your basement in an apartment.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing, but yeah.
Okay. Come on. There we go. And get back here. All right. The U.S. military works on building a better meal for the troops. Trying to improve the MRE. I'm reading an article. I can see where things are going to go south on this one, guys and gals.
What are they trying to do? You broke up a little bit there.
Okay, sorry. How the Garden came in. I missed it a while back. 3 minutes ago. U.S. military works on building a better meal for the troops.
Oh.
MREs. Okay. The U.S. military wants troops on the front lines to be able to make their own food using science. Jay Price, a member of Station blah, 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 on the Pentagon's futuristic quest for alternative proteins.
Uh-oh. Fake meat coming up.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm trying to get here. Oh, it's no photos on it, but they're quoting what's supposed to be in photos and stuff here. So, or on a video, but they didn't include the video in this. So, so Jay Price, who's authored the story, was talking to, found a couple of labs at North Carolina State University.
Labs. Lab food.
Yeah. Rowan Sherwhitaker of the university. The tanks that you see are what we call bioreactors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fake meat.
Yeah, they put a couple cells in there from whatever, and then grow it and culture their meat, and yeah. Yeah.
So Rowan Sherwhitaker is director of the university's Bezos Center for Sustainable Protein.
Bezos, yeah, shocker.
Yeah. So yeah, they're trying to make meals and stuff that have just enough. They have just as much protein, if not more, but way less artificial meat. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad one. It's making me sick just reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here on a brighter note, Woodbury County approves a 1-year moratorium on data centers. Make it a 5-year moratorium.
How about a permanent one?
Yeah. Well, they got to take their steps in it. So, come on. There we go. All right. So remember when I talked about the affordable house, $17.5 billion. No, that's the loans. What's the other one? Congress passes the largest housing affordability bill in decades. Trump cancels signing of U.S. housing bill until the SAVE Act passes. So he goes, I ain't gonna sign it. And when it comes time, I'll just send it back for them to redo it. So until they pass this America Save Act, he goes, I want to sign it, but yeah, no, you guys need to get together just like you did for this bill and pass the Save America Act. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think it was last week. I think it was the week before where I talked about that nonprofit no kill shelter organization.
Oh yeah.
700 dogs still missing as FBI and deputies excavate suspected grave sites in growing Humboldt County investigation.
Whoops.
Yeah, they were taking dogs in from out of state, so that's why the FBI is involved now. All right, this one's interesting. I'm gonna get in here for it because you can all talk about it but I give it here. So Trump's been saying that he intends to temporarily suspend the federal tax on gasoline. The federal tax on gasoline is 18.4 cents per gallon.
Wow.
Whoopee!
Yeah, well, still a lot. States are about the same, but
yeah. Yeah, and it says, debate grows over whether federal and state taxes should be temporarily suspended.
Now, if they kill the federal tax for a short time, the states will temporarily raise their tax because, well, they were willing to pay $3.50 a gallon before. We just keep it at $3.50 or whatever. Yeah.
All right. So, United States tax and fees contribute about an average of 51 cents to the price of every gallon of regular gas. While the federal government collects 18.4 cents of the remaining portion is composed of various state level taxes.
And I told you I did the quick math on my state about how much they charge in fuel tax, and then I found out how many gallons of fuel they sell a year. The number was unbelievable in dollars. Where'd that money go? Where'd it go?
It went into the general budget instead of into a highway fund. That's what a lot of them have done. They've eliminated the highway fund and just rolled it all over into the general fund, which means, we can put it into our special projects.
Yeah, look at how much
and
money
do the roads later.
Spend it. Yeah.
All right. So I can't. There's too many ads popping up on here, but I'm gonna. This is what the breakdown is. Here's how it breaks down for California. Price of gallon before the war, $4.63. No, it wasn't. My wife was complaining about it being up almost $6, but they're saying it was $4.63. The price of a gallon on June 25th is $5.51. No, it's 7 something up where my wife shops at the cheapest she can find. She's saying it. She's seeing it $10. Price per gallon without taxes, 18 cents less, $5.32. Price without federal or state taxes, $4.61. So if they take away federal and state taxes in California, they'll be back where they say they were, a penny cheaper than before the war. However, and Marcus said this several times, and I know about this and I agree with it. The time it takes for the oil that they're raising the price on to get from the seller to the United States is not instantaneous. It can be anywhere from, they get stuff that's in the tankers coming over. They go, we're raising the price on that. Yeah. But can be anywhere from several days to several weeks.
Well,
However, once it hits the U.S., it's about a month and a half before it gets through all the process of being stored in the tanks, moved from this tank as they use this.
Adding methanol to it. Yeah.
No, before that, the storage tanks, because they go first in, first out. So it takes a while before that more expensive crude gets to the refinery. And then they have to refine it and then do all the stuff to it there and then sell it to the wholesalers who sell it to the gas stations.
Yeah, but I told you, the issue is you own a gas station. Your very first load of fuel, you paid $1 a gallon for it to put it in the ground.
Yeah.
So you had to lay that money out. So you charge $1.08 a gallon or whatever to make your money back. But then halfway through your load in the ground, you get the pricing for the next load coming in is now $2 a gallon. You're not going to have enough capital, so you got to raise your prices early.
Yeah.
And more to get enough to make up for what you don't have now at the $1.05. Now you got to raise it to $2.10 or $2.50, so you have enough for the next load to come in, and you still don't make enough doing that. So then the next load comes in at the same price. You keep your prices high. My parents had a gas station.
I know. But I'm talking before it gets to that point. In the oil companies jack it up instantly, saying, "Oh, well, what's coming out of the refineries, we're jacking it up instantly before that oil even gets here." And that's causing everyone down the line to have to jack it up instantly.
Oh, yeah. So, Geeky, I'm not sure. $7 a barrel? It was at like 80. I don't think it went to $7 a barrel. Or gas would be 13 cents a gallon.
Let's see here.
Price of crude was in the 80s or 90s today.
It's 71.
Okay.
So today it's been going. It was below 71 is what the closing was. It was at 69 at the opening.
Yeah.
And it went up to hit $70 a barrel at 9:20 this morning.
Yeah, and they're going to stop adding ethanol to the fuel. So the ethanol is subsidized by the government and actually lowers
mileage.
It lowers your mileage. So 10 gallons of 100% gas at 20 miles a gallon, you go 200 miles. 10 gallons of fuel with 10% ethanol, you're only going 190 miles because it has less octane, less power. You have to buy more to get that 200 miles. You just literally spent more to go the same distance. Yeah. And the ethanol is all subsidized by the government. So, they put it in there. They grow the corn, the GMO corn, just to make ethanol. And then the farmers get screwed on that anyway. It's a mess. Yeah. There's zero reason to put ethanol in fuel. It does nothing.
Yeah.
Literally. It puts money in pockets. That's what it does.
All right. Let me get back to the thing here. All right. All right. The Supreme Court's going this way and that way for for three of the next things. But all right. So first, Supreme Court strikes down Hawaii gun registrations law. Strikes down. Okay, they got two. They're connecting this to another article, but yeah. Okay, yeah. So they some of the restrictive things to get a firearm in Hawaii. The next one is Supreme Court bars vampire rules on gun ownership. And what the vampire rule is has to do with for a vampire to come into your house, he has to get permission to come in. Well, there are there are several states, Hawaii included, So there's a different part to what the other one was basically if you have to get permission to enter any store, business, or anything else before you enter it with your gun. And the Supreme Court said, no, you don't have, you do not have to get permission to enter. If you have license, if you have a concealed weapons permit, or your state is a constitutional carry, where you don't even need a concealed weapons permit, businesses can't say, oh, you need to ask us first before you come in with a concealed weapon.
Yeah, they're just going to say no because they're libs. But anyway.
Yeah. All right. So let me get rid of that one. So yeah, so they just all these McDonald's and stuff. You're not going to serve you, cop, because you have a gun on. They can't do that anymore.
Not that I would eat there anyway, but that's besides.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Left-wing judge blocks Postal Service proposal to restrict mail-in voting under Trump's order. And so the judge said, oh, no, you can't do that. And one of the things your Postal Service was going to do is, if you're not complying with the turnover, the voter registration rules, we ain't going to deliver mail-in ballots in your state.
Yep.
And the left-wing judge, no, you can't. I give it about a week before a higher court says overturning your thing. Yes, they can.
Wait, I thought the post office was a private organization. They can do whatever they want.
However, they can't do whatever they want. They are privately run under the auspice of the federal government.
Yeah.
The federal government puts out rules, and the employees of it are federal employees. Even though they work for they're assigned to work for a company. That's not. Anyways, the last one here. This last one sucks. U.S. Supreme Court delivers win for Bayer regarding cancer lawsuits.
No, it's not our fault. We didn't know. Yeah.
Well, what they're saying is that Roundup can't be sued for failing to warn people cancer. Because they I'm guessing the way it went through the court system, they weren't able to include all the documents that said that Bayer and Monsanto knew about it beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
If someone else sues a different way and gets those documents brought in, then that will circumvent and get this overturned. So,
but until then,
yeah, lawsuits are going to be, yeah. All right, let me get this other one up here. Let's get some laughs up here. All right, hopefully this works right. Come on, open up. There it is. There we go. Okay, you have to read all of this to understand it.
Just one of the ones I sent you?
Mm-mm. Oh. All right, here we go. How I look at an intruder after he realizes the anti-gun signs outside my house were lies. And for those that don't get it, oh, this guy hates guns. That means he doesn't have a gun. That means I can go in there. I have to worry about getting shot. Yeah, you do.
I like the one. You wouldn't know this song, but it's the look on the intruder's face when the lights go out in your house and the song "When the Bodies Hit the Floor" starts playing.
All right. Someone who founded PayPal, built a car company, sends rockets into space. Becoming a trillionaire isn't weird. Public servants making $174,000 becoming millionaires is.
Mm-hmm.
I put this is unfortunately I can try you guys. You got the picture of the activist talking to the farmer. So let me make it big enough so you guys can see. Activists, we're the only animals that drink another species' milk. Ever see a cat with a saucer of cream or milk? Ever see a cat in the milk barn and drinking the milk as the kids squirt the milk over at the cat? I've done that a lot. Activists, we do it as adults. Farmer, we do everything as adults. We pay. We're the only animals that drink wine and hard liquor, drive cars and fly planes, and pay council taxes. Activists, it's still unnatural. So is the phone that you type that on. Singling out the milk aisle is a strange place to suddenly go feral. Yeah. The thing about, humans are the ones that only drink cow's milk besides cows. No, there's a lot of other ones that'll do it. I've seen goats drinking off a cow's teeth. There are other animals that will do it. Yeah, guys. Yeah, July 1980. It's going to be a hot summer just like the last one. July 2026. Can you believe how much hotter summers are now because of climate change? I remember being much hotter in high school in the 70s, the early 70s.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on. There is satire in this one. Both these buildings cost approximately $847 million. Both are in Chicago. Trump built one, Obama built the other. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's actually still not complete yet. There's so much. They need like another $30 million or something to finish it inside. It's a mess.
Yeah.
And it's an ugly obelisk.
Yeah. So the New Hampshire representative sentenced to 33 years for a child sex crime. I'm not dressing him as a she. Yes, he was. All right. Time to get this beat through your head again. The United States is not a democracy. It is a republic. A democracy is two wolves and a lamb voting on what to have for lunch. Liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote. Benjamin Franklin. I love his quotes. In a democracy, the majority rules. In a republic, the individual is protected from the majority. Oh, I've seen so many friggin' things out about it. New rule. If I order my food standing up, I'm not tipping. If I order my food sitting down in a drive-thru, I'm not tipping.
Yeah.
Because they usually get it wrong anyways.
Yep.
I know the colors are a little off here, but I don't know who did it, but it's like, how to correctly produce plant-based meats. Yep. Mm-hmm. And not just plant-based meats, because the pig and the chickens will eat meat to produce meat. But yeah, cows and lambs will produce meat. I actually heard one of these people commenting in one of the city council meeting videos online from other councils, saying that farms are polluting the environment. We need to replace them with solar panels and wind farms. And what most of you out there can't see is on the bottom left here of the wind base of the windmills are bird strikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had to put that in there. Sorry, that one. I just I just had to include it. Plants feel pain. Just look at this pickle; it's in pain. I would love to send this one to a vegan. Rare photo of a baby carrot clinging to its mother before being eaten by a heartless vegan. This reminded me of my mom. My mom was born in 1922, so she was 7 years old at the beginning of the Great Depression. Within a week or two, she was 7 years old. So when we grew up as kids, we clipped coupons from the moment the paper arrived until she the next day when she went to the grocery store. Buying so many coupons at the store, the grocery store actually paid her.
They don't do that anymore, but I remember back in the day when the Sunday paper came out for whatever holiday and there was some really good coupon in there that would save my mom a whole lot of money. She'd give my sister and I each like 25 cents a piece and say, go back down to the store and get 2 more papers. Make sure you get the coupon thing in the middle. Yeah.
And sometimes we could go down there, we could find the middle section sitting in the trash, where someone just wanted the news and not all the ads and everything else, and they just toss it. It's like, okay.
Then you can go in there and find a newspaper on a shelf with no middle section because the people that delivered the papers took them all.
Yeah. All right. Next one here. Oh, if anybody doesn't get this, I can explain it.
Yeah.
So let me make this big. There we go. The difference between olive oil and extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
The extra virgin olive oil says, want to play a game of Dungeons and Dragons? If anybody doesn't get that, I can explain it really quick.
I think we're good.
However, everyone in my Dungeons and Dragons group, I was first one married. My nephew was the second one. And over the next couple of years, all the rest of them were married, and they were still playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
and the group grew with more married couples. But yeah. Breaking scientists, practitioners continue to search for clues explaining the obesity epidemic. Genetics is most likely the culprit.
Yeah.
No. And of course, I trust something produced by this a lot more than something produced here at the bottom. Yeah. Oh, going back to the previous one here. If anybody is interested in getting like Buff Orange, I can't pronounce it here. You look at it. Buff Orpingtons chickens. Around here, every place around here sells females only. You can't buy males. I found online a place, and move it over here. Get it up here for you guys to see. There we go. Yeah. Buff Orpingtons. All right. You can get all female, unsexed, which costs a little bit less because you might get a male, or you can buy males. My daughter wants the males. So I'm going to be buying 5 males. And
great. And you thought the grandkids were loud. You're going to have roosters crewing.
No, we'll have freezer camp. But we want at least one around to.
Yeah, so fertilize the eggs so you can have new next generation. Yeah,
exactly. And so every year we'll just get 5 more and phase the old dude out, and that way we make sure we're not inbreeding the chickens all the time. But yeah, so anyways, this is called Murray McMurray Hatchery. All right. So you can look it up. You can just Google Murray McMurray Hatchery and then type in Buff Orringtons after it, and it'll take you straight to this page. Okay. Let me get this back out of here. Back over here. It's right there. All right. Let's go back to the current one here. Okay. This I thought this is just kind of neat science here. So winter solstice, the equator's up there. Summer solstice, which was Sunday morning, the equator's down here. That's the tilt and twist of the Earth as it goes around on its orbit around the sun. That shifts from where the solstice is at. So just a little bit of nerding out there, folks.
Yep.
This is two of my 2 youngest grandsons. For dinner tonight, Danny had an English muffin and strips of bacon. Maybe we should stop focusing. Maybe we should stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start focusing on what could go right. Yes. A lot can go right on a horse. What we got here? All right. Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Here, watching these two as a kid was one of the main reasons we all grew up so sarcastic.
That and All in the Family.
And MASH.
Yeah.
MASH was had some good stuff in it too, but yeah. All right. If this one offends anybody, sorry, but I like it. Actually, let me see. Can I do
full screen it? There you go.
Yeah, okay. So I can't believe how high taxes are. This is ridiculous, says the Democrat. Vote Democrat. Poll here. I can't. Crime is out of control. I don't feel safe anymore. Democrat. Vote here. My national grid bill is insane. This is unaffordable. Vote for Democrat. My favorite restaurant is vote for Democrat. Wait. That's all happening in California.
Yeah.
M&Ms are removing blue and brown M&Ms due to the harmful dyes to produce them. Oh, well.
Whatever. Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah. Thing is, though, I've never seen a bamboo seed, and we used to have bamboo. We wanted more bamboo. We went out there, dug down, found a new piece of the root, cut it about 6 inches worth, planted it, and we had 12 shoots coming off of it in about a month. So, yeah. Also, don't plant native species that are classified as endangered. Yeah. Leftists are now attacking actress Carrie Underwood for having a massive display of American flags near her home, near her Tennessee property. Honoring our country is nothing to be ashamed of. God bless Carrie Underwood. Keep you going, girl. In 1776, the British demanded that we surrender our weapons. We shot them. More about it. What's so funny is, if you find their landscaping thing, you plant the bamboo in their landscaping thing, the roots can travel depending on the variety of the bamboo. You don't want to get this. You don't want to get the variety that spreads like this and gets into all their stuff underground.
Yeah, that and willow trees.
Yeah. And
Iguana
this is from did I see him in here tonight? Yep, Glenn's in here. Iguana rid. For those in Florida, you need to get rid of the iguanas. Eco-safe, non-toxic, ready to use, long-lasting.
Yeah.
I love surprising metabolism. It never knows what's coming. Either it's absolute starvation or 21,572 calories all at once. Yeah, having grandkids kind of screws up my my meal plans. Having them over here all the time.
I can see that.
Grandpa, can we have this? Can we have this? All right, here are your pancakes. Oh, we can't eat them all. You can have some, Grandpa.
Thanks.
Yeah. This. Hang on, let me make this bigger.
Oh, no. It's only in 4 years? What happened to the 10-year marks that they used for the longest time?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Again, their Discover is totally missing out on stuff. The new report that warns Earth could breach critical temperature threshold in 4 years. We are still 15 to 30 years behind getting up to where the temperature was back in the 1300s before the big chill, the little ice age. We are still in a recovering state of the ice age.
And they didn't have electric ceiling fans back then. Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, again, where the wing nuts are going off the end, saying, "Oh, temperature critical threshold," and then I wanted so much to make a comment in the thing on it. Hang on, get rid of that. There we go. Is what about all the heat generated by them data centers? Because all the billions of gallons of water they got to do to keep the equipment cool, and all that hot water they're discharging. Okay, off the soapbox. Yeah, I sent this to people, so friends of mine that are cat lovers. The Star Trek episode where the Enterprise went back in time and made first contact with the alien species that would rule the Earth. You kitty cat. Okay. Hang on, let's switch this back here because you're blocking part of it. There we go. You got a promising military career. Why would you give that up to become an accountant? Okay, I got a comment on this one. Sorry, I missed the comment that Tammy put up here. You mean the natural chocolate color? Yeah, it ain't nothing natural about that chocolate color in that candy shell. The chocolate inside, yes. The chocolate colored outside, Okay, so when I met my wife, the staff sergeant, She was a staff sergeant in the Army in a unit of drill sergeants. She was told she was going to deploy for Desert Storm. They were all going to deploy. They were given notice 2 months ahead of time. 2 weeks prior to her deployment date, Schwarzkopf won. The next day, they all got notified they're not deploying. She immediately went into the Ready Reserve. Granted, she had to do 2 extra years in the Ready Reserve, as a Ready Reserve, but she never got mentioned about any type of deployment thereafter, because she was also we were planning on starting to have kids at that point. So yeah, she made the switch to become an accountant. So why would you do that? Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why some people would do that. And that is the last one.
Yay. I gotta go put stuff in my freezer dryer has been chilling out for the last hour and a half. I gotta go load it up.
Yeah. Get that over there, out there, cleared for the next batch. There we go. So coming up here for the next week here is tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound. Is your garden ready for a drought? Saturday back here is after they force crypto on you, what are your plans? Monday on Camp Patton is best ways to store your harvest part 2. And I forgot something, folks. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Dang it. I knew I was going to forget this. Let me bring it up here. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Come on, open up. I saved the reel. I saved the reel for you guys. And we're going to go over some of this. I'm going to sharing this on Monday. So I'm going to share it with you guys right now. You guys can go look at it. It's about 20 minutes long. It's about all the things our my grandparents and great-grandparents did as far as food preservation, on the farm, and how stuff my mom did as a kid during the Great Depression. Okay, so there's that. You guys do that and put that open, but we'll be talking about that part of that with the best ways to store your food part 2. All right, get that down. There we go. Tuesday for Tactical Tuesday. Family members who refuse to see. In other words, refuse to open their eyes and see what's going on, how to deal with them. And then next Thursday is the Midnight Ride. So with that, I know this guy wants to get to bed, and I got to go put the kids to bed because they didn't put themselves to bed like they did last week. So, all right, everyone. Take care. Stay happy. No matter what life throws at you, stay safe. Don't go off to anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill. Work on your garden. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully over on Camp Patton Family Compound. See you guys later.
Have a good night.
And let's see how long it takes.